Hey guys, Debbie OMAD here. I see there's some people here already. Hi, tell me who's here. I can't see who's here until you talk. Um, so for anybody who's watching this that doesn't know who the heck is this woman, I am Debbie. I go by Debbie OMAD because I have been doing OMAD and intermittent fasting for, oh my goodness, a year and a half now. All told, I've lost about 80 pounds. Some weeks it's more, some weeks it's less. But if you do the math and put it all together, it's about 80 pounds. Um, OMAD is 1 meal a day. So it's intermittent fasting. I started doing like 12 hours fasting and 12-hour eating window wherein I would eat just a couple meals. And then I gradually increased my fasting time till I got to OMAD, which is fasting like 24 hours a day and then having 1 meal. And it has absolutely turned my health around. I started, you guys that know me and have watched all my videos know this story, but I'd like to share it again for anybody new that is watching this that doesn't know who I am. I started this because I was at the time 56 years old, and I'm 5'2", and I weighed 210 pounds. Yeah, not good. I had spent my entire life, basically my adult life, yo-yo dieting, which did me no favors at all. And I'm sure most of you can relate to that. And my doctor told me that my blood pressure was in the stroke zone and that I wouldn't be around to see Easter if I didn't get a grip and make some serious changes. And that was around Christmas time, um, uh, a year and a half ago. Um, so that was a wake up call. It was a big, big, big wake up call. And I did a bunch of research and stumbled basically upon fasting, intermittent fasting, and um, figured, hey, it's finally a diet. I hate that word diet, but a diet or a lifestyle change that you don't have to do anything. Okay. You don't have to buy extra food. You don't have to do anything. Just stop eating. And for me, I had tried Atkins and keto and let's see, Nutrisystem and Jenny Craig and Weight Watchers. I've done them all, you guys. I've done them all. And I yo-yoed. I would lose. And just about all of them, I did lose like 20 pounds here, 30 pounds there. But invariably, I would gain that back plus, which is how I got up to 210 pounds. It's been a year and a half. I have fluctuated. Now, don't misunderstand me. The scale has not gone, over the course of this year and a half. No, 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 it hasn't. But what it has done is it's gone down, plateaued, gone up, just a hair, come back, gone down, plateaued, gone up, gone back down. It's all about consistency. That word just kind of flew out of my head for some reason, but it's consistency, you guys. And I know that I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. If I can do this, oh my God, anybody can do this. I'm not even kidding. I know people say that all the time, and I was one of those people that would hear that and go, "Yeah, you don't know. You do not know me." Don't say that, because just because you can do it doesn't mean I can do it. But you know what? I'm saying it because I was a serious junk food junkie. Pepsi, carbs, fast food. That was my life. Okay. It was ridiculous. I was drinking like two liters of Pepsi a day. A day. Now I don't drink coffee, so I used the caffeine as my excuse for drinking Pepsi. You guys, I was so out of control. I mean, seriously. Oh, hey, Giz. Say hi to Giz. He's decided to come and make an appearance. If you guys watched any of my other videos, we got him when he was just a little teeny tiny thing, and now he's a monster. We love him. Anyways, let me say hi to some folks here. Hey, Regina. I know. I'm sorry I didn't do a weigh-in video yesterday. It, boy, and I know that I am not alone on this journey and where we are in this world right now, but I was just so not in the right headspace to do a video yesterday. I was really stressed out. Um, I pride myself on being the person that finds the silver lining and always looking for the bright side. But sometimes I fail at that. And yesterday I failed at that. I was just really down. And the last thing I want to do is come on here when I'm in the wrong mindset, because I'm doing these videos that I've been doing for the last year and a half. I'm doing them not only as motivation for others, but accountability for myself and motivation for myself. And if I'm going to come on here going, woe is me, how motivating is that? So I chose not to do it yesterday. So Nikki says, you look amazing. Thank you, Nikki. I know you, and you lived on Pepsi and McDonald's. Oh, girl. Yes, I did. Pepsi and McDonald's. That was, I'm not exaggerating when I tell you that was my diet, you guys. So is it any wonder that my blood pressure was in the stroke zone? No, certainly not rocket science. Oh, okay. My younger brother Greg is here, hanging in the background, listening to how you did it. Okay. Well, how I did it was shutting my dang mouth. Okay. No, for real, guys, for real. It really does come down to consistency. Somebody it joined our Facebook group, and I'm not going to say her name because I didn't ask her permission, and I don't do that. But somebody joined our Facebook group recently who said she's been doing OMAD and it's not working. And in her post, she had mentioned that she'd do it for a couple of weeks and then stop doing it. That doesn't work. This isn't a magic pill. This isn't a magic potion, you guys. This is something that you have to do. You have to do daily. You have to get up in the morning and say, I'm going to do this today. And you have to mean it, okay? We are so good at making promises to everybody else. But when it comes to making promises to ourselves, I'm sorry, but I'm going to be extremely frank right here. We suck, okay? And I know that I speak for everybody that's at least in my group on my Facebook page when I say that, because we do. We don't hold ourselves accountable. We don't make ourselves a priority. One of the things that you guys, if you've watched my videos, have heard me rage on and on and on and on and on about is having a why. People, I think if I had to choose one thing in this journey that made a sincere difference um, in my ability to stick with it, it's having a strong why. And let me define why. Why is, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? And now understand when I say to you, a why is not, I just want to fit my clothes that I used to wear. That's not near strong enough. Nope, not going to cut it. It is not motivating enough to, when you're standing in front of that refrigerator, knowing you shouldn't eat, thinking that, that you want to, that kind of a why isn't enough to stop you. The kind of why you need is something that is enough to stop you. Vince, hey, great. You just guilted me into putting down my chips. My chips ahoy. Put those down. For shame. It was good, Vince. But seriously, people, you need to dig deep. You need to dig deep. Why are you doing this? Like I said, for me, my doctor told me in no uncertain terms, get your act together or don't be here for Easter. And that was at Christmas time. Not this past Christmas before that. You want to talk about a smack to the face. It was just like, Debbie, stop living in denial. Stop being lazy. Stop taking for granted that tomorrow is going to be here, because there is no guarantees. And the last thing this girl ever wants is to have my kids have to take care of me. Oh my gosh. If my health got to the point where I couldn't take care of myself, I can't. I'm a control freak. That would destroy me. So for me, getting healthy and staying alive, but doing it in a healthy way, so I'm healthy while I live longer, became my why. And it was a why that was so deep ingrained in me and such a part of who I am as a human being that, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, it doesn't work 100% of the time, because we have way too many patterns and way too many addictions when it comes to food. But it worked 80% of the time, which was enough for me to lose as much weight as I have. Okay. So if you have a strong enough why, again, it's not going to work every single time, you guys, but it is going to work often enough to stop you from gaining. Okay. And to keep you on the path. The beautiful thing about OMAD is if you fall off the wagon, which, girl, I have. Oh my God. You guys that know me know I have fallen off this wagon numerous times, numerous times. Here's the key is when I fall off that wagon and I eat outside of my window or I eat something I know I shouldn't, for instance, Chips Ahoy, Vince, the next day I get up and I wipe that previous day away. On before my head leaves my pillow, I remember my why and I commit to myself that I'm going to fast today. I'm going to do it. It's not easy. And anybody that tells you it is lying. Okay. I'm not going to sit here and say, this is the easiest thing. No, bullcrap. It's not. But you know what it is? It's way cheaper than any other diet because you're not buying more food. You're saving money, which in this day and age is very important. When you eat once a day, you're not spending very much money at all on food. And not just the money part of it, but you're also not spending so much time in the kitchen preparing food, right? So you're saving money and time. And we all know time equals money for many of us. So that's another huge, huge benefit. I like to compare it sometimes to um, doing, for example, Nutrisystem, and I'm not picking on Nutrisystem. I'm just going to use it as a. My dog is very hyper at the moment, as you can see. Gizmo, just say hi. Oh, he's got his toy. He wants me to play fetch, which I don't want to do right now, honey. Um, anyway, I'm choosing Nutrisystem because it was the last one that I was on that I lost any weight on before I did this. Okay, and it was expensive. Oh my God, it was expensive. And the reality was, I knew darn good and well I was not going to spend the rest of my life spending that kind of money on food. Number one, number two, eating that food the rest of my life. It wasn't that good. Okay, I mean it was good. I'm not bashing Nutrisystem, you guys. I'm not. It was edible, and some of it was actually tasty. But I live with my daughter and my grandson. We all share a place. And how awful would that be to spend that kind of money on prepackaged food that only I would eat? That just seemed crazy to me. I mean, it was like an entire month's food budget just for me. No, 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 no. Now, the majority of our food budget goes towards them. Well, the 14-year-old that eats us out of house and home on a regular, um, which is where it should go, right? And my food budget for the week is next to nothing because I don't eat that much. Now, as I told you guys in my last video, it's been really rough around here with my hours being cut and just not making the money I used to make. It's been really tough. It's been really tough, and I haven't been eating well. I haven't been because I've been eating cheap food, and you know, cheap food is bad food. It just is. You know, carbs, 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 and more carbs. And I've been living on carbs, and my scale has shown me that this is not good. But I have good news today. Well, potential good news, anyways. I had an interview about an hour ago, actually, for a full-time gig that I really, really want. So I'm asking that you all send me some positive energy that I get this job. It will totally change things around here. But I'm going on the premise that I'm going to get this job. The interview went really, really well, and I'm supposed to hear in a day or two. So I'll update you. I have three, count them, three part-time jobs right now on the computer, and I mean they're all decent jobs, but there's just no hours. They just, last week I worked 10 hours with three jobs. That is not going to pay the bills, okay? Let alone put food on in the house. So again, yesterday I kind of got down and in the slumps, and I kind of fell into that negative, those stupid negative patterns that we have in the back of our heads playing all the time, and I let it control me, and I feel guilty about that because today I woke up with a new attitude, and that's something that I'm so grateful for is that we do have the ability to get up the next day, the sun comes up, and we can start again. And I am, and I'm doing fine today. I'm doing much better today. I wanted to give a shout out to my little sister, Timeless LED, um, in the chats. You guys all know her, but she uh, she sent a care package for Jacob this past weekend, and it was hilarious. It was all kinds of junk food, you guys, all kinds of junk food, because we don't buy junk food anymore. But he was pretty happy. But I gotta tell you, yesterday when I was down in the dumps and feeling bad for myself because we've all been there, we all go there sometimes. Boy, that junk food was looking at pretty enticing. But I did not indulge. I did not. And I was pretty proud of that when I went to bed last night that I didn't eat those cookies. But that was really tempting because we don't really buy that stuff anymore at all. But yeah, she did. You're right, Nikki. You did get us some skinny pop popcorn, which I did have some of that. But Jacob really likes that, by the way. It's the kettle corn. I'm not a big fan of the kettle corn. It's sweet. Popcorn shouldn't be sweet. I had some of it, but Jacob loved it, so he'll be eating that. Um, is it an at-home full-time? Yeah, it is. It's, I've been working on the computer from home remotely for, my gosh, I want to say 10 years. It could even be like 15 years. It's been a really long time. And this job that I had an interview for today is also at home. And it's pretty much the same thing that I've been doing in the tech world, tech support and onboarding, admin stuff, um, which I'm very good at. And it's also, onboarding their clients. So kind of like a concierge, if you will, remotely. And that's something I'm very, very good at. So fingers are crossed, you guys, and positive energy. And if you pray, some prayers my way would be very much appreciated because, like I said, this could be, um, it could be the thing that helps us get out of this hole that we're in right now. Anyways, on to more important stuff. How did you guys? Oh my gosh, you guys! I didn't even give you my way my way in. I went up. Oh, big shock! I went up. Yes, I did. I went up another 2 pounds this week, and I know what it is. I know what it is. Okay, so and that's part of why I was in a big funk yesterday because when I got on that scale and it went up 2 pounds, and I was just like, how am I supposed to motivate other people when I'm failing like this? But I'm not failing. I'm having an off couple weeks. That's all. And I'm going to get right back on track. You guys know that. I've gone up before and I come right back down. And that's what I'm going to do. Jacob at home all day too because of school. Boy needs to eat. Trust me, that boy eats more than Janelle and I put together on any given day. He is just an eating machine. 14-year-old boy in the middle of a growing spurt. He's almost 6 feet already. So yeah, he's wearing size 14 shoes. You can imagine his appetite, right? Chips Ahoy are buy one, get one free, just saying. Okay, Vince, the Chips Ahoy, I don't care if they were free, and just all free. No, just no. Stop it. Put them down. Put them down. Walk away from the Chips Ahoy. Sherry's here. She's home from school. Hey, Sherry. Sherry's excited that school started again because she can get back on her OMAD. She had a much harder time staying true to OMAD when she was home full time. And a lot of people have that problem because their refrigerator's calling. It's always calling your name. I know. I hear mine. I hear mine calling all the time. So I totally get that. Sherry didn't eat all day. All right, Sherry. Good job. Nikki makes her own. Yeah, I used to bake. I don't do that anymore. I do make a lot of truffles. You guys heard of truffles? They're cheese waffles, basically. Waffles made of cheese and egg. They're actually really good. I use those for sandwiches, and they're actually very, very good. Haven't been making them this week, though, but we're out of cheese. Well, anyways, didn't eat all day. Good job, Sherry. Sherry, that is awesome. It really is. Nikki, I saw that plate that you had to help with your portion control, and that was on our Facebook group, Debbie OMAD. We will do this together. Join us over there. Whether you're doing OMAD, doing intermittent fasting, or doing any other kind of get healthy routine that you need accountability and support, join us because man, it's such a phenomenal group of people, and it's not just women. There's plenty of men there too. And they're awesome. And they're awesome. They are so awesome. And they really help with the accountability and support and the motivation. They're just such great cheerleaders. And when you're down, like I was yesterday, they're right there to help pick you back up. So if you haven't joined us, please, please do. And again, male, female, whether you're doing intermittent fasting or not, feel free to join us. We've got a couple people on there that actually had the, what is that called? Lap band surgery. The gastric bypass is the word I'm looking for. So, I mean, it's not just about fasting, but majority of us do fasting. So if you want to learn more about fasting or learn more about OMAD, and even if you don't, if you just want a group of people who are on the path of trying to get healthy and be here longer, that's the place to be because that's it. And I've had this group now for what, a year, something like that on Facebook, and we have not had to edit or delete a single post. There has been no negativity, no ugliness. Everybody is so cool. It's just I don't know how I managed to attract the most positive people into that group, but I did. And they are. And if you join us over there, you'll say, "Hey, don't bite me." Oh, he's teasing you guys. And he thinks my fingers are chew toys. Oh, so annoying. Anyways, he wants to play fetch really bad. Um, so how did you guys do? Let me see some comments. How did you guys do this week? Can't be the only one that had a crappy week. Positive people draw positive people. Thank you, Sherry. Like I said, that's what part of the reason I didn't do a video yesterday because I just wasn't feeling it, you guys. I wasn't feeling that positivity. I wasn't feeling that motivation that I normally feel. I wasn't. But we all have that. I think part of the problem, because I worked so few hours last week, I did a lot of watching the news. Oh, you guys. Take it from me. Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, that was probably the worst thing I could have done for myself. These people have lost their gosh darn minds. They have. They're all insane. They're all freaking insane. I can't. I can't with the news anymore. I went through a period when all this stuff with the virus started, a few months back, where I was watching the news constantly because I was scared. And I wanted to know, and I wanted to learn, and I wanted to find out what's going on. And it put me in a depression. So I stopped. Well, I went back to it this week, and I've been watching way too much garbage on this whole political ridiculousness, and it was just so disheartening. The whole thing, just so disheartening. I got nothing positive out of it at all, and I think that contributed as well to my funk yesterday. I did great. It's because of these protein smoothies helped me full. You mentioned those protein smoothies before. What's the calorie count on those, and do they have carbs in them? Got to be careful with those smoothies because sometimes there's some hidden sugar. So you really do got to be careful with that. And not one of you have confessed to what you did this week. If you lost weight and you're doing great, brag, please give us some success stories. And if you're like me and you went up a couple pounds, that's okay too. It's all right because we all do it. And you guys that watch my videos have seen me go up and down, and I'll gain 3 pounds and I'll drop 5. I mean, that's just the way it goes sometimes. She had a crappy week because she was home. I have to get out of the house or live alone to do OMAD. I can't with the news now either. Came home and looked online. It's not healthy to look at that. No, it's I run this fine line where I feel like I want to be informed. I want to know what's going on in my world. But at the same time, I feel like most of it is just targeted to depress us, to scare us, to put us in a bad frame of mind. And that's the effect it has on me. So I imagine that's the effect it has on a lot of people. I mean, I consider myself somewhat intelligent, wherein I can kind of determine fake news from some of the real news, but there's just not a lot of real news out there, and everything's got a political spin on it. Everything. I mean, I just can't with it. I just can't with it. Like you said, I can't with it. It's all manipulation. Yes, yes, it is. And they're manipulating us, and I just can't stand it. It's a keto blend with kale, spinach, bananas, raspberries for sweetness. Careful with the bananas and raspberries because there's a lot of sugar. It's natural sugar, but it's still sugar. So a lot of us, like me, for example, sugar is a trigger for me. I start putting sugar in my body, and I'm that much hungrier the next day. I mean, the difference is significant. So I'm just saying, be careful. If it works for you, more power to you. And I've said this a million times. What works for me does not necessarily work for you, but everything is worth giving a shot because you got to learn your body and what works for your body. Because again, just because it works for me doesn't mean it's going to work for you. Like me and Sherry, Sal on here, if people are wondering who I'm talking about, have a serious carb addiction issue. And not only is it a serious carb addiction, but our bodies aren't big fans of carbs. And as you can see from the last couple of weeks where I keep gaining, it's because I'm eating so many carbs. When I don't eat carbs, or I cut my carbs down to the minimum, I drop weight. So, and shares the same way. I mean, carbs are our nemesis. This dog is wound tight, you guys. He's just so energetic today. Gizmo, better than Pop. Heck yes, Nikki. Heck yes, better than Pop. You kidding me? Yeah, don't be drinking Pop. Look at trying to bite me. No bite. No bite. And then what he'll do is just start licking and he won't stop. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Um, and I'm good at it. If I eat one slice of bread, I gain. I'm laughing because I'm the same way. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you because I live in that world. Nikki's addiction is pop. Yeah, we all have it. We all have food addictions. We just do. Gizmo is teething. Yes, Gizmo is teething, and Gizmo is driving me insane with his teething. He is just crazy about it. We keep giving him stuff, and is a dad bod. This guy, I accept it. It wouldn't hurt to lose a pound or 30. Gonna go walk the dog and say ahoy to my cookies. Vince, dad bods were the in thing for a while. I don't know that they still are, but they were for a little while. That's so funny. Those of you that don't know, Vince and I go way back to school times. And he is just, oh my God, he used to make me laugh so hard. Oh, he still does. He's just funny. He wrote a book. Hey, Vince, did you already leave? Put your book link in here and let people know about it because I read it and it was phenomenal. Oh my God, this guy's life story is crazy. His life became just a worthy of writing a book. Is all I'm gonna say because it was so insane. But yeah, if he's still here, I'm gonna have him put it in. If not, post it on Facebook and I will share it. Regina says, I fast regularly, 19 to 20 hours every day, and stay within a 5 pound range. See, Regina, that's awesome. And, that's what's really frustrating to me is I thought by now, into this journey, that I would be at my maintenance range where I could just do that, fast a few days or, 19, 20 hours a day, and then stay within a range. And I would be a happy keeper because I knew that I was going to use fasting as not only a weight control, but a health gauge for the rest of my life. I mean, I just will. That is just what I will do. But it's frustrating to me because I'm not yet to that maintenance point, and I thought I would be by now. But that's what happens when you eat carbs when you shouldn't. Is you go up and you don't go as far down. Oh, it's no longer available. Well, that's a bummer, Vince. That was a good book. I enjoyed it. I was laughing and crying. It was an emotional roller coaster. That one. Um, I'm going to try to do a 48 or as close to 48 as I can go this Friday. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I've done a couple alternate days. Not lately. I should be doing it now. Now of all times is when I should be doing it, when all we have is garbage in the house. Um, but I'm not that strong, you guys. I'm not that strong, you guys. I'm just not. I mean, I have successfully done them a few times, but I don't know, man. I gotta get my head right. I gotta get my head right, and I gotta focus on my why. And the same thing that I preach to you guys all the time. It's physician heal thyself. I need to listen to my own advice, and isn't that one of the hardest things to do? I mean, I'm proud. I'm very proud of the fact that I've been doing this for as long as I have, and I'm still able to do it. And I've dropped all this weight. I mean, it's made a huge difference in my health. Huge, absolutely huge. Stop. Blood pressure is normal. I'm not on any medications. So, I mean, I'm very proud of that. But I really thought that I would be at maintenance level by now. And I'm not. I'm still like 20 pounds away. Um, I can't do it either. I tried once and it felt like I was going to die. You're not going to die, I promise. Yeah, but that is something that people need to understand. Your body it's an amazing thing because it does adjust to just about anything that you do to it, good, bad, or ugly. It really does. If you jump into like from eating, 3, 6, 7 times a day to OMAD, you're gonna feel awful. I'm just telling you, your body's gonna freak out. You need to do it more gradually, and you will feel like you're gonna die. If you're used to doing 16-hour fast and then you jump into a 48, you're going to pay a price for that, you guys. You just are. Your body needs to adjust. You need to allow it the time to adjust. So that's why when I started this, I started it doing 12 hours of fasting. And then I slowly over the weeks bumped that up as my body felt comfortable. Those of you that do keto, I'm sure you've heard of the keto flu. And really all that is your body detoxing. It, it's it's getting rid of all the icky stuff out of your body, but it hurts. So you do need to allow your body time to adjust to fasting. It's not something that happens instantly. And so this girl that I don't know if I finished that story. Sorry, I'm all over the place today. The girl that joined our Facebook that said that she was doing OMAD and it didn't work, and then throughout her post, she said something about she did it for like 2 weeks, and and it wasn't working for her. Your body needs a month. You need to be for real disciplined for a month. 1 month, 1 month. Give it 1 month. If you can do fasting for 1 month, you will find your energy levels will skyrocket. I mean, I have so much more energy today than I did when I started this journey. It's night and day, you guys. It's night and day. Seriously, I am not overestimating that. It really is night and day. And it's from the fasting. And I know it is because it controls your blood sugar, your insulin. When you're fasting, it drops that down and it allows your body to, like the keto people know, that you start burning ketones and that increases your energy. But it does so much more than that. It allows your body time to stop eating and stop using all of its energy to process food and allows it time to do everything else that it's supposed to do. Okay. So that's why I say fasting isn't just for weight loss. It's for health. It's for general health. And it's funny because when I started this, it was kind of tough to find people that were all about fasting. And there were some, but there weren't a lot. And now, oh my gosh, type in fasting, you'll be amazed at how many results you get. I'm just a small little pebble in this ocean. Everybody's talking about it, and even doctors are coming to recognize the health benefits of fasting. It's it's we've all been on this endless journey of trying to find the fountain of youth. Well, it was here with us the whole time. It's called fasting. If you fast more than 24 hours, like you do alternate day fasting or you do the longer fast, like 48 hours, 72 hours, you induce what's called autophagy. And autophagy, what that is it literally is breaking down dead cells and bad cells and the things that you don't need in your body and shouldn't have in your body. And it takes those cells and destroys them and repurposes them into places that your body needs it. So it literally is the fountain of youth. Um, and that's why I say, Nikki, if you fasted for 48 hours, you would not die. I promise you would not die. Sorry, phone call. So yeah, but I know many people who say that, oh my gosh, if I fasted 24 hours, I would die. No, 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 you won't. I promise you, you won't die. But it always makes me laugh when I hear that. It's also a spiritual thing for a lot of religions to fast. Oh, absolutely. It's a big part of a lot of religions, fasting is. And it's because it clears the mind. It unclutters things. It does. And I think part of the reason yesterday was so hard for me is because I did not do a fast on Friday or Saturday. I was just, stress eating. I reverted back to my old habits and I was stress eating. And so my body was filled with garbage. And so by the time Sunday came, I was foggy again. I couldn't think clear. I had no energy. I was just feeling like crap. And here it is. Oh, it's only Monday. And I started fasting yesterday at, it was like 4:30, something like that. So it's been almost 24 hours and I feel so much clear headed, more energetic. more healthy. I try to, um, I'm being asked what time do I eat? I try to eat about 4 or 5 o'clock every day, as a general rule, because I go to bed at 10 and I want to make sure that all the food has been digested fully before I go to bed. Because when you're sleeping, that's when your body does its most healing and it does the most work to fix you from the inside out. And you need to allow it to do that. And if it's busy digesting food, it doesn't have the energy it needs to do everything else. So it's really important to me to go to bed without my body still digesting food. So I try to eat about 4 or 5. I used to eat by 2 o'clock, but um, I don't do that so much anymore because I wasn't able to eat with my family because they don't eat that early. So now I wait until they're home and eating, and then I eat with them. But most well, I used to eat different foods than they did, but now we all eat the same thing, and it's high carbs. You guys, high carbs. So I what I need to do is get this jab. I need to get hired so that I can go buy my food, and by my food I mean ribeye steaks and Halo ice cream and veggies and eggs because that's what I live on pretty much. Those are my staples, anyways. But just haven't had the money to indulge myself that way. So I'm eating what they eat, and it's not the healthiest diet. It's not, and I nag them all the time, but I get it, especially right now because it's cheap, and that's unfortunately that's a priority at this point in the game. I shop. I stop at 5 p.m., but today I ate at 3 p.m. because I was hungry. But no carbs. Good girl. No carbs. Well, and again, it doesn't have to be no carbs, you guys, but you should keep your carbs to a minimum. And here's the general rule of thumb. If you have a lot of weight to lose, and by a lot of weight, I mean more than 50 pounds, 50 pounds to hundreds of pounds. If you've got a lot of weight to lose and you're just starting fasting, you don't have to be as conscious of your calories. You just don't, because just the process of changing from eating 3 meals a day or 6 times a day or nibbling all day to eating, once or twice a day, depending on how many hours you're fasting, is enough for you to start losing weight. Even if the meal that you have or the 2 meals that you have are high calorie, you're still cutting out so many calories by not eating all day long, right? So you really don't have to be that focused on your calorie count. But the closer you get to your goal weight, like me, I'm getting closer, the more attention you have to pay to that. And the same thing is said for exercise. When you're first starting out, your body's already going through a major shock with fasting. It's not used to doing that. So it's already stressed. You don't need to exercise on top of that stress. You just don't when you have a lot of weight to lose. Okay. But again, as you get closer to your goal weight, then you need to add in exercise. To tone up and to tighten the skin and just to build the muscles. Now, fasting does not break down your muscle mass. It does not. In fact, it's very protective of your muscle mass. But as you get closer to your goal weight, you do want to start exercising and to tone those muscles. Now, you guys know, like last summer, I was swimming every day, but this summer they closed the pool except for on Saturdays and Sundays. No, just Saturdays. It was closed on Sundays. It was open just on Saturday during the week and on Saturdays. But now they've closed it completely again. Don't ask me. I ask why, and they say that's what the governor said. So okay. So now the pool is closed completely. And as I've mentioned before, I prefer to exercise in the pool simply because it's no impact. And I'm paranoid of hurting myself because I don't want, the older we get, the longer it takes to heal, and I don't want to deal with that. So that's something that I'm dealing with right now because the pool is closed officially completely. I mean, all week it doesn't open. So annoying. And then they said that the gym is open. We have a small little gym with some exercise equipment. It's not very big, but you have to make an appointment to use the gym and you have to wear a face mask the whole time you're in there. I cannot exercise with a face mask on. I will die. That I will die. So I'm not doing that. So this is where we are. And this is where we stand right now. Guys, if you're on this chat right now, could you hit the like button for me, please? It really does matter. And if you haven't subscribed, could you do that too? Because I'm trying to grow this channel, and I definitely want YouTube to suggest it to people who are looking for ways to get healthy. And they won't do that unless I have a lot of likes and a lot of subscribers. So if you wouldn't mind, I appreciate that very much. My daughter is calling me. She's probably on her way from home from work. But I'll talk to her when she gets here. So we've been on this about 40 minutes, and a couple of you have told me how you did this week, but many of you have not. So go ahead and post after I end this video. You can post it on YouTube and post it on Facebook. How you're doing? Where's your progress this week? And what are you struggling with? You know, I said we were going to talk about some hard questions, and what I meant by that was getting rid of these old patterns, guys. This whole stress eating, emotional eating, boredom eating. I mean, I've been doing this a year and a half, and I still struggle with that, you guys. So don't expect those things to go away like that, because they're just not going to. It's not going to. My why was strong enough to stop me from binging yesterday. And if I didn't have that why, I probably would have binged yesterday because I was just in that mindset. But I didn't. And the only thing that stopped me was having a very strong why. So we need to get back to that, back to basics. We need to remember our whys. We need to make them strong. They can't be, oh, my boyfriend, my girlfriend wants me to lose weight. That's not a strong enough why. That is not to your core, and that will not get you there. Oh, Sherry's beat, so she'll see you later. Hang in there, friends. We'll get there. Yes, indeed, we will. All right, guys, I'm going to cut this one off because there's not a lot of chatting going on, and I don't want to keep people any longer than necessary. So I did go up this week 2 pounds. I am working on that, and hopefully this coming week is going to be a much better story. Again, send some positive energy my way, please. Some prayers and some thoughts and some positivity that I get this job that I interviewed for today, because it will turn things around in this household. So please, please, please send me some positive vibes, if you wouldn't mind. And like and subscribe. Join us on Facebook, Debbie OMAD. We will do this together. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Greg and Vince. I don't talk to either one of them very often, so that was very cool to see their names. And all my regs, I love you guys so much. You guys are on my Facebook, and we talk all the time, and I love that you join me on these lives. So that's all. I'm gonna quit rambling. I'm gonna quit rambling. But if there's topics that you guys would like me to discuss, post it in Facebook or on YouTube here in the comments, and I'm happy to do that. Okay. I may even try to do another live this week, depending on how the week goes, because I'm feeling really guilty about not doing Sunday's video. So I may do that. We'll see. All right. Love you all. Mwah, mwah. Remember my catchphrase. We are in this together. We will do this together. And people, I'm not just saying that for you. I'm saying that for me. I need the motivation too, and the accountability that all of you need. I need it as well. We are all human. We all struggle. Just know that this is possible. I'm down 80 pounds. You know, it works. It does work. We just have to apply it, and we have to be disciplined. Okay. Mwah. Love you guys. Till next time. Bye.